Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lynn Edmonds.
Everybody laugh. Snow be damned, thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. It's so nice to actually be able to do this in front of people. I just want to clarify something though. I am not 12. I know that is difficult to believe, and it is a common misconception. Last week I had to change my phone number. Yeah, kept getting calls from Roman Polanski. Thank God they caught that Jared bastard. Imagine going out to dinner and getting offered the children's menu, and you're old enough to buy alcohol. I took the crayons though, don't judge me. There are certain things I can get away with though that other people can't. For example, I have a Smurfette costume for my boudoir. Oh yeah, it's sexy, a little lace. I mean, the blue paint gets everywhere, but you know what, that's okay, because sometimes it's fun to pretend. We've got couples tonight. How long you guys been together?
27 years.
That's adorable. Yeah, give them a hand. God bless you. You know, when you first moved in, do you remember all that new stuff you learned about each other? That was fun, right? You think you know somebody and then you move in with them and you have no idea. I learned that my boyfriend snores so loudly that it sounds like I'm running industrial machinery in my apartment at night. Our neighbors actually called the cops. But you know what, that's okay, that's okay. And I was glad that they came out because I too wanted to complain about the noise. You know, some women go after the bad boy, right? They want that dangerous guy. You know what's dangerous about mine? His gas. You laugh, it could be weaponized. He violates the Geneva Convention every time he eats sauerkraut. It's unreal. You know, I didn't go after the dangerous guy. No, I went after a musician. But I know what you're thinking, not the guitarist, not the drummer. Oh no. No, I went after the bagpiper. When I tell you, ladies, you have not lived until you've heard In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel on the pipes outside your bedroom window at 4 o'clock in the morning. That is romance. They say every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. I went after the guy in the skirt. He gets after me sometimes. He says I yell at him too much. Gentlemen, I'm going to give you a little tip. You should be thankful if your woman is yelling at you. Because if she's pissed and silent, she's probably plotting your death. How do I make it look like an accident? Oh no, he bumped into the knife 27 times. Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna get serious for a minute though, because there's a disease in our society today. It's called stupid. And I'm afraid there is no cure. I was at an adoption event and I was, you know, donating money to rescues and getting my free cuddles, you know, doing a good deed. And I hear this man say, pit bulls are all terrible, they should all be shot. And that's a stupid thing to say, right? Am I right? I mean, to say that an entire category of dogs, they should all be shot, for what? You know, and to me, it was so stupid that I actually did a full-out soap opera turn. I was like this. And when I did my turn, I realized, to my horror, that this gentleman had actually reproduced. Isn't that always the way? And, you know, I wanted to tell him how wrong he was, and I wanted to make it a teachable moment for him and for his child, but you know what? I don't think he would have understood me. You know, what with the language barrier, because I don't speak jackass. Goodness. I'm a big fan of Cesar Millan. I think he's awesome. I respect what he does. I love what he does. I also find his voice to be oddly soothing. He rehabilitates dogs, and he trains people. He's the dog whisperer. And that, you know, that noise he makes, right? That That's great, man. I love how that works, and I think it's really cool. I will say, however, that you should probably not make that noise at your coworkers. I recently found out that that sort of thing is frowned upon. It's not appropriate. Hey, can you work like, can you pull some overtime? Can you do this for, yeah. That was a heck of a disciplinary meeting too. Lynn, we're in here to talk about, oh my goodness. I'll tell you. Does anybody work with the public? Isn't that a hoot? Right? I gotta be honest, John Q. Public is ignorant as hell. Okay? I was dealing with somebody on the phone. It's a call center type job. And this woman is cussing me out, and I'm trying to help her. And I just wanted to say, ma'am, listen, I got your name, I got your address. I've got a full tank of gas, a GPS, and a bad attitude. Do not mess with me. You don't want to play this game. Goodness. Anybody ever hated their job? Yeah, June. Go us. I'll tell you, it sucks when you hate a job, right? I actually had a job that I hated so much that I became physically aroused at the thought of quitting. I had to tell people I was cold. Ladies in the room get it, right? Turkey's done. No, it's cold in here. No, it's cold in here. Yeah, that's it. Normal women are double-clicking their mouse to Channing Tatum. I'm over here jilling off while typing my letter of resignation with one hand. Man, you ever see those Joan London commercials for the senior citizens, A Place for Mom? They made me think about my mom because, she's getting older. And, it's kind of hard because it's not like I can, hide her in my closet or, shove her in the trunk of my car. That's frowned upon, apparently. She didn't like those ideas. But then when she retired, she actually solved the problem for me by moving to Florida. And when I tell you 1,200 miles away is the perfect place for my mom. I can't believe you're making fun of me on stage in front of people. Shady Pines, Mom. Goodness. Yeah, she's crazy, but you know what? Despite that, she has a lot of wisdom to share, and I'm going to share that with you tonight, mostly because I'm disturbed, and I don't want to be disturbed alone. You're all very welcome. If the world made sense, men would ride side saddle. You really shouldn't get your nipples pierced, because if you have kids and you're trying to breastfeed, it's going to come out like wiper fluid. I got the next $1 million idea. Really, Mom? What is it? You open a gated community exclusively for gay men, and you call it the penal colony. Don't try to reuse your K-cups, because if you do, that second cup is going to taste like panther piss. And then my personal favorite. They should just let me go around topless. No, stop vomiting for a second and hear me out. Down here in Florida, you got these fat men, they're going around shirtless, and most of them got boobalas bigger than mine. What's the difference? That's my mother. Pray for me. Somebody peed in my gene pool. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, folks. Once again, my name is Lynn Emmons. I'm going to give you back to our